But we don't acknowledge it. Immediately say, yeah, she was sitting next to me and she started asking me about my new sari. That's not how you bring changes in your life. You have to acknowledge it to yourself. Not written, but loud and clear. Say it out loud to yourself. This is who you really are. You want to take one step further? Go in your bathroom, close the door, look in the mirror and talk to yourself, and this is what you are. Acknowledge it. When you acknowledge it, the mirror will ask you a question. Who is making you do it? If this is what you are, and you don't like what you see, who is stopping you from changing it? And if you ask that question silently within yourself, the answer will be loud and clear. Nobody is stopping you. You are stopping yourself. How do we stop ourselves? We immediately come with an argument. If I change this, how would so and so feel about it? Think about it, isn't it? If I adjust myself, change myself, man is saying, my wife is not going to like it. And a wife is saying, if I change, my husband is not going to like it. And if they both are changing themselves, the children are not going to like it. And if the children are okay with this, society will not like it. Our friends will not like it. So now, we are becoming responsible for others' reaction rather than our own action. When we take the responsibility of the other's reaction, change becomes impossible. Because the only body you have under control is you. You don't have the other's reaction under your control. And you put that condition on yourself. If the other changes with me, then I'm ready to change. And guess what? In the history of human consciousness, it has never happened. When you read the story of Muhammad, his biography tells you that when the change came into his life, he did not speak for 3 days to anybody because he was not sure how anybody is going to react. Then he spoke to his wife, who was 15 years his senior in age. And she suggested, don't be afraid. Speak. He wouldn't accept it. Then she took him to a person who was considered the wise man of the days, and he said the same thing. Your wife is right, don't be silent. So he said, okay, I'm going to speak. When he started speaking, those who listened to him, they were criticized, pushed out. Not only that, they were literally beaten in daylight. Now, all the followers of Muhammad knew that whatever he's saying, if we are repeating this to the world, our families don't like, our parents don't like, our friends don't like, they dislike it so much that they will actually beat us to death. But those who believed it, they did not back off. They accepted the punishment. That continued for such a long time that the Muhammad and his followers literally was driven out of his village completely. They were not allowed to take any property. So Muhammad left Makkah and 80 of his followers within that village walked 250 miles to the next town called Medina. That's called putting yourself on the line. Talk about only him, that's it. And if they don't listen to you, that's fine. If they don't want to be your friends, that's fine. If they don't accept you, that's fine. Only then the change can happen. Only then the revolution can happen. Only then the evolution from within starts. Sache seve, sach samave, sache ke gun gavanaya. That is the only subject, the ultimate truth. When Guru Nanak spoke for the first time, the parents thought the guy is sick. Neither the mother nor the father will accept his statements. They went to the doctor. Maybe some ghost is speaking through him. Please cure him. Did he back off? Because the parents are not accepting? No. That's the characteristic of a mystic. Those sacrifices are required. If they scare you, that's not a subject for you. Don't pretend to be a spiritualist. Don't deceive yourself. Don't dishonor yourself. Then acknowledge, I am okay with this. I cannot deal with more than that. Because if you do not get to there, then you will become like this, which is Pandit Pade Sadhana Pave. You will read the literature, but you will get nothing out of it. Pandit means a thinker. Pade means he reads it. Sadhana Pave gets nothing out of it. Collect information. He can tell you, I read so and so scripture and this is what is written in it. He can quote it. But has it done anything to his insight? No. Because that's not what his objective is. Pandit pade sadhana jane, duje pae maya man parmave. Pandit pade sadhana pave, duje pae maya man parmave, maya mohe sab sud gavai kar avgan pachhotamane. Then what does he do? You say, he reads it, but does something totally opposite to it. Avgun. Gun means the behavior according to the scripture. Avgun means behaving opposite to the scripture, opposite to what you have read, what you have heard.